Good morning, good morning, good morning. And welcome to the Funkable Operator Podcast, episode 22. There's a lot of shit that's been going on in life. You know, somebody got shot on the D train a while ago, and it was crazy. With the train station, got kind of hectic when they told me to sit down, and somebody shot the guy. He wound up dead in the street. And a lot of shit been going on in life that happened on the 4 train on Mount Eden Avenue, wherever you call that block. And somebody got killed on the 4 train like a couple of weeks ago. They made an arrest for 3 suspects, 2 guys and 1 girl on the D train, and they got arrested. They're in custody, and they're doing the crime, and they're doing the time in jail. How do you feel? Well, forget all that violent stuff. There's a lot of migrant people out there that are very spiteful, and they like to be taking phones and gadgets and snatch them out of people's hands. What do you think about those migrant people that come out of the shell and they want to start fights and they want to beat up the police and thinking they are the shit and do whatever the fuck they want to do in life and not give a fuck about, if you have a gadget in your hand and they want to really steal it and thinking they got it made, that there are some people that don't give a fuck that really, try what they do when they want to take phones and gadgets out of people's hands and snatch them, and the cops don't know nothing. Well, you have to understand there's people out in this world very spiteful, very ignorant, and very selfish, from the bad apples in the bunch. And there's people that really think that most migrants are very evil in life. They come to New York from the bus. They live like in a shelter home, and they be doing some wicked, crazy shit that we all know about from the years passing on. But I know they came out like last year sometime, the migrants that been fucking around in the city thinking they want to be who they want to be in life. And really, though, they really, got to get their shit together and act properly. But the thing is, I got respect for the cops. I got respect for the NYPD. I'm going to remain in New York. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm not going to other countries like Atlanta, California, or Las Vegas or Arizona. I'm a hip-hop New Yorker, and I'm repping this culture to the fucking fullest and believe what I do is what I do the right way, because I'm Funkadelic J, and that's how I keep shit real. I try to understand that WrestleMania 40 is coming up, and I'm not going to really watch wrestling. I believe it's kind of corny to me, and I really don't give a shit about watching wrestling anymore. They got this new program from wrestling, NXT, but I'm not really watching wrestling. Not like how it was, what it used to be back in the day. From the apples under the chin, like Mean Gene Okerlund once said, rest in peace to Mean Gene Okerlund. I like the golden era of wrestling, the golden era of the WWE. Like I want to call it WWF. March and the State Credit Union Arena. I'll be seeing more wrestlers in the near future. Stay tuned for that. I like to meet more people. I like to meet more celebrities. But the security can't involve me of not taking a photo. Some people don't want no pictures. And then you feel bad that you can't post anything like it. So what I recommend, last week I went to see Rhapsody, the rapper Rhapsody. She understands the elements at a young age, Rhapsody. She is the one that knows hip-hop like Sister Souljah inspired her. Sister Souljah from the rap group Public Enemy. Sister Souljah is one of my favorite revolutionary female rappers in my own time from the 90s, the early 90s. Who remembers the rapper Sister Souljah? She was on a record with Chuck D called Buck Wildin', and the record was really banging back in the day. And I heard it on BLS back in the day when she was like, "We all at war," you know. I've been listening to a lot of soprano stories about being Italian, being my own religion, of being Catholic, and giving a fuck about my own life and how shit could be. You know, like the mafioso rap. Shout out to the Shark from Morris Park. He's been doing this thing in Vegas, doing music videos and music, making more hits, making more mafioso hits. And I'm feeling rappers like the Shark. There ain't no rap I listen to like Michael Penanini and myself, Jay Funkadelic. You can check me out on all platforms. You can check out the Shark on all platforms. You can check out all these original hip-hop heads that stay Italian, that stay for my religion on all platforms, from Jojo Pellegrino. But I know he want to charge me $1,500 to do a record with him. Fuck that. I ain't got that kind of money to pay JJP nothing at all. At all. I can't afford $1,500 to do a track with somebody. That's enough to buy a Mac computer. Okay? Even if I had $1,500, I would have to buy a Mac computer for my own self. You know what I'm saying? I'll be going back to the studio, hopefully like in April or May or June, and record this new hip-hop album, the Rise of Funkville 20th Anniversary Rock Remix album. It's going to be banging. It's going to have the same old lyrics. It's going to have the same old propaganda lyrics that we all listen to in all the lifetimes that I've been representing myself to the fucking fullest. And there's a lot of shit that I be rocking every time that I'm going to spit a bar after bar after bar, that, you know, the way I write my rhymes down with my own superpower, to write my own lyrics and spit them in the vocal booth in the studio and spit those fiery flame lyrics that are coming out of my mouth. Out of my mouth, I spit the lyrics. I take my time. I mess up many times. I redo it over to make the track sound proper. Sorry I stuttered, but that's what I do in the studio. My man's coming out with a brand new studio. I'll be working on a brand new hip-hop album, so stay tuned for that. Jay Funkadelic, the Funkable Operator. Once again, he will kill it. And you know, the hip-hop shit that I've been doing it for a long time. No doubt, no question, no ifs, buts, ands, or maybes about doing the hip-hop album. The Rise of Funkville 20th Anniversary Rock Remix album is coming out pretty soon. I was looking to release it on 4th of July. Okay, I was looking to release the remix of Jay Funkadelic album, the rock remix of Rise of Funkville 20th Anniversary. And that's coming really, really soon. Stay tuned for that. And also, like I say, shout out to me, myself, and I that's going to come out with Rise of Funkville 3, a second decade after Funkville. Okay, a decade after Rise of Funkville. That's going to be a banging hip-hop album. I'm going to have to sample some more great hip-hop beats and just do the snippets of the samples from the patterns of the music that I love doing in my own journey, in my own life, of getting it on, word is born, you know, the way I represent the rap game to the fucking fullest and keeping it understandable and unbelievable what I do for a living. You know, like I say, hip-hop is one. I don't have no beef with no rapper. But the ratchet rap that I listen to sounds kind of whack. And I'm not really feeling to listen to Hot 97, but Funkmaster Flex be playing the records, and sometimes he be talking over the lyrics and, you know, talking over the beats, talking over the rhymes. Even if he plays the record, there's somehow that Funkmaster Flex be like talking over the record. He won't let it play. I know he want to shut the fuck up for like 5 minutes or so and getting ready to play the record and dropping those ugly bombs on the records and you know, making sure that it's all propaganda the way he sees it. Shout out to my homegirl Maya Bell. Shout out to Peter Rosenberg, Ebro. I got no beef with none of those guys, but I listen to them when they're on the air. Shout out to my homegirl Miss Jones from 94.7 The Block. I've been checking out her in the morning, Jonesy. Shout out to Miss Jonesy. I was on her live yesterday, but I wasn't in her live. I was outside her Instagram live yesterday, and she was, talking about, the situation where, she's going to be at a party tonight in Queens and Ozone, and she's really making it happen for old time's sake. Hope I be there tonight to be at this Caribbean party, get the food, order it, making something for myself, to eat some Caribbean food. I would love to eat some good stuff in Queens tonight. Hopefully I can go to get my parents' permission if I can make it over there, if it don't rain so hard. You know what I'm saying? Now it's raining. It's only drizzling outside. The weather's crazy. It was nice out yesterday, but it was freezing like a mother sucker. You know what I'm saying? It was freezing cold. I can't wait for the summer to go to Summer Jam, go to Rock the Bells, go to any other hip-hop concert that I desire to go into for the past years that I've been a hip-hop advocate. I am a hip-hop journalist, and I'm a hip-hop advocate because I studied all the elements of hip-hop. Some of y'all people older than me didn't understand why I've been doing that type of stuff. I studied the elements. I studied everything from a rapper that had to write his own rhyme, write it on a piece of paper. I don't have to write my rhymes on a cell phone. That's something I don't do. The only thing, what I do when I rap, even if I'm going to write a song, I just write it down with a piece of paper and a pen and write one paragraph of lyrics, top to the bottom. On the other side, put a line, third verse, second verse on the top, third verse on the bottom. And the song is finished. It doesn't matter how much rhymes I write, but I've been writing my rhymes for years. I've been writing my rhymes when I was in high school. I remember those days that I've been a J Funkadelic advocate. You know what I'm saying? Before that was J Funk. The big J era was like in the 80s, but I didn't really know how to rap that good. Even if I studied something that was really funky enough for me to understand it. You know what I'm saying? I've been to 2 schools to be a dope MC. Why? Because I really understand that I was a very smart person, and I got awarded in 1994 from my lifetime achievement to be who I am today from Jason. My own shit to the fullest. How I got it made, how I did what I had to do, and that was it for the record straight. And we all know hip-hop is one. Some ratchet rap I like. It depends what kind of beats they use. It depends what kind of funk they put in the trap. You know what I'm saying? The funk's got to be in the trap no matter what happens. No matter how hard you spit your verses. Because some of these rappers never had a dope lyric in their goddamn life. I should be awarded to be on the Funkful Injustice is a very hot hip-hop album. Y'all don't even know. You got to check out my Funkful Injustice. The rap album I did last fall. It was a banging album. The only albums, I did a lot of rap albums over the years. I didn't even have my greatest Funkful Forever hits, 1, 2, and 3. But 4 is not going to be made. I did only the Funk Forever hits, part 1, 2, and 3. I hope y'all understand why I did the trilogy of all my records that I produced over the years and making it happen for my own goddamn self. And that's why I became lyrical back in 2004, 20 years ago, that I've been in the studio with my man Jermaine Bright Boy Yorkie, like freestyling off these beats and make it as a song, a full song. To understand, I was on Alton Avenue back in the day recording with Jermaine Bright, and he was one of the best producers I ever met in my whole entire life. The 411 call, I hadn't had a call for another studio when 3 Deep Records Inc. was out, but that shit was corny. That 3 Deep Records Inc. Studio was whack. They closed down, so I went to another studio and recorded my own stuff. But it was a good amount of money. I paid a good amount of money to be in the studio. But nowadays, it's $200 a session for me to understand that, he had to raise the price up from $50 an hour to $100 minimum. The minimum price to be in the studio is like $100 doing for 2 hours. You won't make one song for an hour. That will never fucking happen. You got to be in the studio on your own time. You can't be a few minutes late. You got to be there sharp as a whistle to be on the studio and try to make everything happen the way it should. You know? A studio's a studio. My man's coming out with a brand new studio. I can't wait till he hooks it up. I can't wait to see the picture that he's going to post for him making the best studio in the Bronx, making it really happen. He's updating his studio sessions and making it real great from using the MPC or doing other stuff that he'd love to be doing in his own entire life and making shit happen the way he does happen, the way things should be original. The beats that I sample are original from the samples from the 70s and the 60s and the 20s and the 1930s, whatever. So every time that I'm in the studio, I take my time using a pattern to make a beat. And I start rapping to that shit. And it sounds pretty well because my voice sounds professional like any other black artist. You know what I'm saying? I know Eminem been freestyling like longer than I did when it came out like in the mid 90s when he did I Just Don't Give a Fuck. That record Eminem did, and then he came out with Hi, my name is Slim Shady. What do y'all feel about Eminem? About him coming out with another hip hop album in the near future, thinking he's gonna be the shit. I know he's been dissing a lot of pop rappers, but I felt good about it. The last album he did when he had feature artists was called Music to Be Murdered By, from Eminem, the Slim Shady situation that he did, that Dr. Dre produced his album, the Slim Shady LP, and then he came out with I got the vinyl to the Marshall Mathers LP, not the second one. I got the first Marshall Mathers LP. When they came out with the real Slim Shady. I had the video cassette to the Up in Smoke tour when he performed, and the girls got naked. They were showing their titties in the crowd. The crowd went berserk when Ice Cube came out with Dub C, Mac 10, MC Ren, and all the people. You remember? How many of y'all remember the Up in Smoke tour in Boston, Massachusetts, when it was live? But that concert was so great that I was watching the whole thing with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. Exhibit came out with the X to the Z. I would like to meet Exhibit one day. I know one day I'd like to meet Exhibit, get a photo with him and Dapper. Yeah, I like to meet Nas. I like to meet other artists that I can get photos with. That's going to be really popping for me to understand they're going to be in the mix, even if I'm going to be in the mix also myself, personally. How would y'all feel about you being a rapper and you don't know how to spit a dope lyric in your life? It takes a lot of practice. It takes years. It takes months. It takes weeks, and it takes many, many days to be a dope artist, to rhyme lyrical and be the GOAT. When you come lyrical and be dope, you remain the GOAT. And that's why you had to pay attention every time you spit a dope lyric and a dope rhyme. Because there was a lot of hip-hop shit that I've been watching on MTV, BET, VH1, and I've been watching like Rap City before the YouTube era, and 106 in Park, and Teen Summit, and Rap City The Basement Countdown, the top 10 that we all look at. You know what I'm saying? I studied a lot of KRS-One lyrics back in the past. I studied a whole lot of KRS-One shit. I studied Big Daddy Kane. I studied Eric B. and Rakim. I studied LL Cool J, and I studied the Public Enemy verses. The dopest Public Enemy record that I ever heard was Night Train, the remix, like the remix of Night Train. I had the cassette single to that, and that shit is banging. I'm telling you, that record is hot as hell. The Night Train record. That beat is fucking retarded. The beat that it was a lot of noise when Chuck D was rocking Flavor Flav. Was like, oh no, the Night Train. The best way I like listening the Public Enemy, like when Chuck D said, I got a letter from the government the other day. I opened and read it and said there were suckers. Picture me giving a damn, I said never. Those are one of the dopest rhymes I ever heard from Chuck D. You know, because I did that record, A Letter from the Government, off the Funkable Arkham Organs mixtape. And that shit is fucking dope as hell. The way I see hip-hop grow and grow and grow and be blooming of all the times from over the years, months, days, and weeks. The hip-hop is getting stronger. And back in the day, hip-hop was getting harder. But unfortunately, you know, it flopped when it came out with the mumble rap, the drill music, and all this type of fucking bullshit we had to listen to when we turn on Power 105.1 or Hot 97. But why? But why we all do something like that? Why we gotta listen to this trap shit, this West Coast? We gotta understand, if you're from New York, if you're from the Bronx, you gotta be home from that boom bap shit. We're not from Orlando. We're not from Canada. We're not from all those states like Miami, Washington, D.C., because if you're from Atlanta, you're from the dirty South, you'll be hearing some country hip-hop type of shit. Just like you listen to Bubba Sparks or Missy Elliott or Timberland or somebody you really know in life. You understand how shit could be when you listen to Lil Jon or you listen to Bone Crusher or T.I. or Ludacris or Young Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling, you know, Lil Wayne. I'm not really feeling his voice. His voice sounds kind of crappy to me. How many of y'all feeling Ice Spice? How many of y'all feeling A Boogie? A Boogie ain't a rapper. The only time A Boogie be rapping when he be singing on his hooks. You don't call A Boogie a rapper. You call him an R&B singer. He's not really a hip-hop artist. I don't believe he's a hip-hop artist. I believe he's like really a fucking R&B singer that be singing and don't rap when he be talking. That really fucking sucks. And that really sets the whole shit off from the time that he be saying some stuff. You know? I know Lil Wayne got security. I know there's a lot of rappers that have bodyguards and security and cops floating around these dudes, and they'll want to knock you down like a bowling pin to tell you can't take a picture. You can't be saying some crazy shit. They go in their entourage and they take off like a rocket ship. So why you would fucking care about what they do? You know, if the celebrity wants a photo, we can take the pictures. But if they want no photo, security guard be like, back up, back up, back up. You hear that 2 words, back up, all the time. And how would you feel if a security guard pushed you, knocked you out like a bowling pin just to take a picture with an artist? How would you feel? The way I felt that way when I went to see DJ Khaled in Club Lavo, there was a rent-a-cop smacked the phone out of my hand. I told this dude, fuck you very much. I didn't say thank you. I said, fuck you very much. Because he wouldn't have the chance and the audacity to take the phone with Khaled. I know he wanted to have some fan love. It wasn't Khaled. It was the security that was fucking around so much. And I couldn't have the chance to take it. But unfortunately, I had to pay a lot of money to go see DJ Khaled, and I got a phone with him on a digital camera. Believe that I did that. Believe it really fucking happened. As you all really know, you want to respect this culture, you gotta love the hip-hop culture. No matter what could happen in this hip-hop world, listen to rock or any other genre you want to listen to and make it all happen for your damn self, making everything the proper way from the propaganda. We all gotta do it. We all gotta say what we gotta say on the mic. And, you know, we can curse, we can say all this crazy split the lyric shit. But there's some places you can't curse. And the FTC be watching the radio, and you can't be saying profanity on the regular radio stations. You can only say it on the satellite radio stations. Am I correct about that? And I know you know the reason why we listen to all this, you know, mumble rap, you know, from the today's hip-hop. But I'm really feeling the underground, not really the mainstream, but I like the underground music. The underground hip-hop music is where you play music on college radio, and they play your song, even if you mail it to them with a CD or your MP3, you email some people. I remember the times I emailed a record called Rap Is Stepping To Me by J Funkadelic, and he was lyrical off that record. He was lyrical off the chain when he wrote the rhymes on the pad and paper. That rhyme was written on a pad and paper. All my rhymes were written on a pad and paper. Even if I did it off the dome, it was so hot. You know what I'm saying? I could write my rhymes on the top of the head with my pen and paper. That's what I would do for the only time straight. You know? There's the only way how to rap and try to write your lyrics the proper way, not doing it so sloppy. I don't have to write it in script, but I like to write it in English. Write the rhymes in English. You get a better quality of spitting your bars better when you write the rhymes on a pad and the paper and spit it right in the vocal booth where you need to be. I rap about the knowledge. I rap about life. I rap about how people getting killed, shot, stabbed, or raped from a woman. Like when your house burns on fire. I've been rapping about that. I don't want to rap about, oh, I'm getting this money. Oh, I'm going to get this jewelry. Oh, I'm going to have the bling bling. Oh, I'm going to get this Rolls Royce. I don't have to fucking rap about that. That shit is like new school to me. New fucking school. All these rappers be saying the nigga word. Nigga this, nigga that, nigga this, nigga that. Even if they don't rap, they want to call people, like a lot of people call themselves niggas. Why they do it? Why they call themselves niggas? I am no nigga. I'm an Italian mafioso hip-hop artist. So why the fuck you want to say that nigga word every time you talk to somebody in the street? People want to call me a nigga. I'm like, don't call me a nigga. I'm not. My skin is not black. If my skin was black, then you call me a nigga. Call me a wigger if you want to. Not a nigga, a wigger. You know what a wigger is? A white man. That's a wigger. A black man's a nigga. The N word. The W word, you say a wigger. The N word is what you say a nigga. And that's what you talk about. That's how you really get your mind straight. People want to call me a nigga. I'm like, nah, I ain't no nigga. Fuck that nigga shit. Call me homie. Call me brother. And I call girl sister. I like, what's up, sister? How you doing? You look nice. Thank you. And then you say, have a good day. You too. You keep it moving. Like you're saying Kim, like you're saying Little Kim or something. You keep it moving. There's a lot of hot ladies I've been seeing out in this world that look drop dead gorgeous. My mind gets infatuated. A lot of people get choked up looking at ladies. All these honeys out here that be walking down the street looking bad and bougie, looking sexy as hell. You want to talk to them. The boyfriend looks to punch you in the face. And when you get out of that, no fucking respect like Rodney Dangerfield. You get no fucking respect like Rodney Dangerfield. And I know there's a fact that people are very rude in life, don't give a shit about what you do. They want to pick fights. They want to punch you. They want to slap you and kick you or stab you or shoot you. But when you get out of that, then you got to go to the hospital. The EMS comes to take you in the ambulance. Then you got to get checked out for a little while. You come home, tell them you got hurt. And then the staff's got to do a fucking body check for that type of fucking reason. Why they would do something like that? Why the fuck I got assaulted? Why did you punch me in the face because I said something to your girl? Why you would do something like that? Do you realize what you fucking done to me in my lifetime? Why the fuck you got crazy? Why you was overdoing it? Why you was saying all this crazy type of shit and you didn't give a fuck what I just said? You just OD'd because you were over fucking doing it. You were overdoing it because you know you was fucking wrong. When you hit me, you know there's going to be consequences and repercussions for your punk ass. Why would I say that? Why the fuck I got to be fucking sarcastic when I talk to somebody and you want to intervene and have a dispute and look to pull out a gun and blast me with whatever kind of pistol you fucking got? But when you do shit like that, there will be consequences for your fucking firearm. Even though I don't understand that, you know, Jam Master Jay's mystery was solved when they had justice for JMJ, serving 20 years to life in prison. What did they get out of that when they did that back in 2002 when they shot Run DMC's own Jam Master Jay? Jam Master Jay had some drug situation in the studio, and they came, the guns were drawn, and they had an open fire on Jam Master Jay and killed him cold-blooded, and the whole hip-hop industry was very upset that he got killed. They waited 20 fucking years to serve him justice. 20-something years to serve Jam Master Jay the justice that he needed from him being murdered in his own studio. You get what I'm fucking saying? His own studio. Now all these three suspects are doing their time. You do the crime, you do the time. You kill somebody, first degree murder, life in prison, you get locked up, the cops be throwing away the motherfucking key. You better understand that for that type of reason that you go through in life. When you do something stupid in life, you're going to regret it. There'll be consequences and you'll be locked up. You're the one that's going to get caught. They see you on camera. The cops look for you. You get caught and you have to be arrested. No matter what could happen. If you for shoplift at Walmart or any type of store, you going. You know? Well, I hope you enjoyed the podcast today. I'm Jay Funkadelic. Thank you for watching the Funkable Operator Podcast, episode 22. And I'll see you soon and more events to come. Funkable Operator, once again, I will kill it. Peace.